Hello everyone, I'm Wendell Jones and welcome to this edition of our program, The Platform, this special edition. And we are here today with Bianca Nygard. How are you doing, Bianca?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you. You are looking different for today.
Yes, I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day.
Oh, you're getting ready for Valentine, I see. Yes, and today we are going to be talking about love. People are getting ready for Valentine, as Bianca said. And there is an event called Love for My Culture. And on our program today, a special guest who Bianca brought along. His name is Kyle Green, better known as Mumra. And many people might have heard about him, but when you get my age, you don't hear about too many of these young artists. And so it's a pleasure to meet Mumra for the first time. Good to see you.
It's a pleasure meeting you too as well, sir. So, yeah.
Yes. And how long have you been an entertainer?
Well, I've been an entertainer from birth.
From birth?
From birth. I can remember.
What you mean from birth?
I can remember from preschool.
Is that right?
From preschool, hopping
You've
on
been
top of the
performing?
desk. Well, I'm very, very much of an entertainer, performer.
Okay.
I'm a rake and scrape him entertainer. At this age I'm 28. Yeah, and I am not planning to get serious, but I'm actually investing in myself and my craft. So,
So you specialize in just rake and scrape?
yeah, strictly rake and scrape.
Why?
I specialize in because it's almost like you have whenever you're young, you find somebody to follow after.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this one time I was in Claridge Primary in grade 2. Chino D came to school with this green cape on and this Dr. Off mask. And he was like, I think it was career day. He had a kid, one of my schoolmates was a child of his. And Chino D came to school to a special assembly and he sang the song. Don't be no fool, you stay in school. And after that, I was like, that was the first time I could recall seeing a Bahamian artist live. And I was like, I loved it. And from that day to now, I've put it in myself that I'm going to be a Bahamian entertainer. I'm going to be just like Gino D. So pretty much I blame Gino D for instilling rake and scrape in me. And besides that, living in the Angliston community, coming from Claridge Primary, like I said, the Valley Boys shack right next to the Claridge Primary School. Walking home every day is almost like hard not to get into the culture. I had to walk past the Jungle Shack every single day, looking through the window, seeing the beautiful costumes and stuff like that. That's when I meet Jason Minnis, Bats, and crew, Mr. Gus Cooper himself, and I was drawn into it because I always did like colors. I always did like the music, and from there, this is where I'm at.
Yes, in fact, I actually met Kyle at Junk Canoe in 2012.
Yeah, that was 7 years ago.
Yes.
If we're doing proper maths. 2012, I can remember just like yesterday. I was that's actually a very special year for me because besides my little girl, me having a child at that age and that year. When I met you, is actually my first time winning the category that I was in.
Yes.
And I also want to tell you thank you right now. I want to say thanks.
Which category was that?
The off-the-shoulder category.
Okay.
Back then it was off-the-shoulder, but right now it's step down. But I can remember when the Valley Boys came with the Jubilee with the Jubilee celebration. It was the 60 years celebration of the Queen.
When Bianca was the queen.
And my God, I talking, but she was the real queen. When I saw her, it was like she was in this horse and carriage thing in front of me, and she just looked back and she was waving at the crowd left and right. And she spun back and she waved one at me and blew a kiss. I was like, oh. Now you know we be him, man. It's like we are most impressive when it's time to impress a lady that you really like. And I was there just performing, doing the 360s, and doing the left and the right, and I was smiling, saying, baby, I got this. I go win this one for you. And it was like, it was her smile that actually kept me on top. And I came out on top, and that costume made history. I won by a landslide, over 283 points. So I guess.
Thank you.
I guess it was the fuel behind those points. But yeah, I want to say thank you for the blue kiss.
No, thank
and
you.
The smiles.
You know what, Kyle? You kept me going too, because it gets exhausting after a while, and he was right behind me. So you smiling and doing that and carrying the huge costume, and I was only waving, and I didn't have any costume, and it was still tiring for me. But his energy really kept me going too. But Kyle always comes out with beautiful, amazing costumes that he builds himself.
Yes.
Completely, does all of the work on it himself. So he's been inspiring in Junkanoo.
So the Valley Boys is the only group you ever rushed for?
No. Unfortunately, the Valley Boys is my pioneer group. That's where I originated from, because of the story I tell you, walking from school, passing the Junkanoo shack, living right down Claridge Road. But once you become a winner in anything in life, especially in this country, once you are becoming a winner and you are becoming recognized, people tends to want to dictate to you, want to tell you how to go about it. And especially us as young people, we don't know how to take criticism, and we don't know how to take dictatorship, especially when it's like you don't know how to approach. Once I would have won that costume, I started to get arrogant. I started to get cocky. I started to be like, I know what I'm doing. I got this. I don't want no one to tell me what to say or what to do or how to do this. I got this. And believe in me, I am actually good at my craft, because after you spend 10 years, 15 years doing something, you become good. All right? And that's actually my first time doing it. So it's like, I know what to do it again, because I didn't even put an effort to win. And it was the year after that, I had a falling out with the Valley Boys, with the executive members, and persons who was trying to tell me what to do and how to do and what to do. It's just not me just being stubborn, but it was an ego thing. So I couldn't take it. I was like, hey, y'all ain't helping me spend no money on my costume anyhow. Y'all ain't paying me all this thing for free. Well, as a segment say that if you can't beat me, you join me, or I better off having the weapon on my side pointing against you than to have it pointing against me. So I left. And I leave, and I went with Roots. And I went there again when I left. I won in Roots.
Same category?
The same category. The same thing would happen with the dictatorship. Once you win, people started to want to dictate to you and tell you what to do and how to do. And the management of Roots did the same exact thing with the Valley Boys did. So I left the Roots, and I went to Saxons. Now, in the Saxons, where I'm untouchable, because that's the next pioneer. That's like the mother groups of all groups. You got the Valley being the big daddy and the Saxons being the big mommy. I went there, I didn't win, but I still touched the board. I was in the top 3. And I realized with the Saxons is more like a comfortable group. They're not so hungry for the authority and the dictatorship. Boy, all they want to do is just win. All they want to just do is go to the base street and beat the Valley Boys. The Saxons only want to beat the Valley.
Everybody just want to beat the Valley.
Everybody only want to beat the Valley, and I am one of those persons who have been in the group for over 15, 16 years, so I didn't know how to beat the Valley. So it's almost like I was a valuable weapon. And Saxons treated me well. When I say treated me well, they assist you with the decorations, they assist you with the craftsmanship, they assist you with even if you're not working or anything, they assist you with the bills and all that the rest of stuff. So it's not paying you, and it's not just cherry coating or sugar coating. It's like, let's make sure he's straight. This is a very special person. So I'm now in the Saxons, where I am just staying up in the top 3, staying in the fight. But one day I'm going to get back to the top where I was.
One of these days you'll go back home. You'll go back home to the Valley Boys. All right? You're from Angliston, you know? You'll go back home to the Valley Boys.
So you're saying I'm going to be a prodigal son?
One of these days, you'll go back to the Valley.
Well,
See,
I'm not
because
going to.
I've been a Valley all my life, you see, so you'll come back home.
You believe in that?
Oh, yes.
All right. I believe everything is happening in its right time, and what it is, whatever it is, God will lead the way.
Yes.
And we'll be good from there.
Okay, very
but for
good.
now, I am with the Saxons.
Good. All right. Let's talk about your love for my culture.
All right.
You have a beautiful poster that you've put out here, and you have Veronica Bishop, Gino D, all of these people who are going to join you in this event on Thursday, the 14th of February.
Yes.
What are you going to be about?
All right. This event is pretty much about love. It's pretty much about love in the Bahamas. And speaking about love in the Bahamas, I want us to show love for the culture of the music form, the craftsmanship with the souvenirs and the straw market vendors selling, and the paintings and the authentic food and the entertainment. But I'm focusing more on the entertainment. Like I said, JNOD is there, Veronica Bishop is there, Cupid is there. The flyer just got bigger and better. You got D-Mac will be there, Puzzle will be there. So you get 5 of the best BMN artists on the same flyer. And again, me, Mum-Ra. A lot of people don't know who is Mum-Ra, but Mum-Ra is this character, not off of the Thundercats, the cartoon, but Mum-Ra is this character who has been struggling in the industry in terms of coming up as an up-and-coming artist. I have love for my culture, but it's like I can't get the chance to express it.
Why you call yourself Mum-Ra?
Well, I call myself Mum-Ra because I cope with it and I live with it after being called it for over 13, 15 years.
Somebody just...
In the Jonkunu realm, in the Jonkunu world, I can remember when I used to play the trumpet. I couldn't play very well. I used to put the trumpet to the side of my mouth and it gave me a certain look when I was like trying to get the notes out and blowing the horn. So I used to get like physically ugly. and somebody cracked a joke, he looked like Mum-Ra! And I was like, don't call me no Mum-Ra! And I was started to cry. And everyone started to tease me, no, boo, you look like Mum-Ra. And I had to live with it. I used to like get aggressive. I used to like to fight the guys when they called me it because I didn't like it. But after so long, once it gets thick, it gets thick. And I decided to stick with the name Mum-Ra because Mum-Ra was more recognized than Kyle. Now, I did say I'm an entertainer, so that means I love attention. So once they would have started to call me Mum-Ra, I was getting all the attention I needed, so I'm the center of the stage. Right. So that's why I decided to stick with the name Mum-Ra.
So this concert is about you really coming out and showing everybody who you are
as an artist. This concert is about showing who is Mum-Ra. Mum-Ra is not just this talented person who can carry costumes and do costumes and in the Jonkunu realm with the colors and the performance and the dancing. It's more about me paying tribute and contribution to my country for the love, for the music. Like I said, I don't want the work of JNOD and Ancient Man and Elon Moxie and Spence and Tony McKay to go down in vain. Because if you listen to the young people right now today, all you have is ragga music, this rap. You have like 8 or 9. If you listen to the school children as they go to school on the buses and the cars and the trucks and even all the partiers. It's almost like Rake and Scrape is getting cut out of my generation, the 1990 crew, sorry about that. So my intentions right now is to show that I can revive Rake and Scrape. I can entertain the young crowd and bring the love back. I can go to a party and play Rake and Scrape for about half an hour, just as long as you can play the rap and the hip hop and the R&B. To any party you can play this, we can entertain with Rake and Scrape music. It's just now me putting this generation world of words and consistency of the way we live, the format of how we everything was happening. It's just putting it now in the song of Rake and Scrape.
So your generation doesn't like rake and scrape?
To be honest, I don't think we really do love Rake and Scrape.
I don't think that they really know it for some reason. Somehow it missed this generation.
Yes,
It has?
and that's what's happening. That's one of the reasons why I did this concert, because I want to tie the older generation.
So Jane O.D. and Funky D and Ancient Man and all of these people, they are not appealing to your generation?
It's not that they're not appealing. You even have a struggle right now in terms of how we grow up our kids. You know, back in the days, you couldn't come in after 6. Once the sunlight come down, you inside the house. You could not bring something in the house without a receipt. All that is just changing. You see all the names you just now called. Those artists are now over the age 50, 48, 50, 60, 40, up in there. I don't want to call exact figures, but the point is that's over 25 years of generation.
Yeah, I hear you.
And what's happening? There's nobody else really coming. It isn't that they don't know it or miss. It's just that only them doing it. So it's not like they instill it and teach it to the young people, and let it tunnel down to the 2000 and the early 2000 generations. It's like my generation is the last of the who's really appreciating it. I'm not saying that the young people totally do not like Rake and Scrape, but I'm saying it's a low ratio. So my job and my objective is to get the young people involved, to tie, because I feel like it takes a young person to talk to the next.
So if you are there and you're thinking, then you then wouldn't have appreciation for Ezra and Smokey 007 and Wendell Stewart and King and Knights group, and you wouldn't have an appreciation for what they have been about.
Because I have appreciation of the generation which was at my time. I study and I go back to find out where did they come from. But once they came, so I now appreciate what it is because I study. It's almost like in this generation we only have a handful of persons who go to college to study, become a doctor, lawyer, or a teacher, or something we call a high-paying career. Was not so. You only have that handful.
So have you heard about the vocalist Frankie Adams?
No.
Frankie Adams is the vocalist who was with King and Knights, who sang Foxhill Gal?
Foxhill Gal, go home on my baby.
No, not that one.
Not that one?
I want a Foxhill Gal.
Foxhill Gal when I get lonely. I tell you, I'm a Rake and Scrape. I mean, like, you said the name, but I'm familiar with the sound. And that is also one of the reasons why we're going to get this show, to show people who is Mum Ra, because a lot of people know my song. You're a fan of my song, and a lot of people know me as Daddy. So now is the time for me to create the stage, go on the stage, and show the Bahamas what I'm good for.
And your hit song is what?
Daddy. I have a few songs. I have up to 14. I've been doing music now, completely writing. I'm pushing out music from 2015. I really took it serious after I was in a situation where I met my daddy and my baby mother in a relationship, and they're just enjoying themselves. So it's like, I was so hurt. They say the biggest songs and the best songs come from reality, real.
You met your baby's mother and your daddy
Yeah.
in a relationship?
Yeah.
So your daddy roached you? Is that what you're saying?
Roach on my bread.
Your daddy took your woman from you?
I guess like it's no other way to say it, but that's what it is, unfortunately. I smile because smiling tends to cover the hurt. Smiling tends to make you feel better when you're really feeling depressed. I really want to cry right now, but
You can
I
cry.
get emotional about that.
You can cry. I got a handkerchief to wipe your face.
Well, it's happened. It's been a while since it happened, so I'm now over it. But when I met the situation going on, I was aware of it because people's like, hey, but Kyle, I don't believe, You trying to play like you want to know your daddy and your mother-in-law is have a relationship? Will I just see your mother-in-law and your daddy going out to dinner or what's not? And my thing is, I just happens to see my little girl. I just happens to pass and be like, "Call you ain't even tell me my daddy was here. You know, what's going on? Or anything you want? No, you need to go and ask him. Go ask him." So I was like, all right, everything good. May 29th is my birthday, and unfortunately, like, I'm a praying person. I pray a lot. I sure you can see I have a lot of adrenaline, I'm speedy, I'm fast, my adrenaline is high, so I pray God to bring me down and slow me down so that I can catch a lot of things. When you're moving too fast, you tend to miss a lot of stuff. Things will be literally in front of you, but you can't see it because you're moving too fast. And I ask God to slow me down and manifest, show me everything directly for what it is. Man, don't just show me this and then leave me to put the maths together and say, oh, that's what it is. I like literally want to be taught from God like a preschooler, like a kindergarten. And then as I asked God to show me what it was, this particular Friday evening, I went to the fish fry. And it was a particular spot where me and my baby mother would go and watch the sunset and chill out and just have a daiquiri. And you know, because of the environment I was in, I happens just to look over there because I remember, let me just look over and I saw the car and I was like, oh, that's my baby mother. Hey, bro, look here, that's my baby mother. I'm going to go talk to my baby mother in a couple minutes. I was ordering a drink from Sky Juice King, one of the best Sky Juice makers in Nassau office. I was there ordering a drink and I was like, bro, I coming right back and I walked to the Jeep because keep in mind, I have a little girl. My little girl was young at the time and I was like, man, baby, man, let's make it back. Me and her was not together. I was like, man, baby, let's make it back. Let's do this for the child and what's not, please, man. And she's like, no, I get somebody else. I want to be with this person. I love this person. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, baby, man, please, man. Now keep in mind, I begging to get back with you, so therefore I'm pretty much texting you and I watching the phone and all of that. And I was like, she can't be nobody because she ain't posting them, she ain't sharing them on social media, she ain't on Facebook, or it's not. So I walked to the car. Keep in mind, the fellas to the corner already tell me the situation. I wanted to see who this was in the vehicle because the two front doors was open. She was in the driver's seat and he was in the passenger seat. And her daughter was in the passenger seat and he was like more stooping down behind in the back seat. And I walked to the vehicle. I only saw the mother and the daughter, them two having a conversation, eating a nice lobster. It was big lobster at it. So I was paranoid because I thought I would catch her and the fella, but that was just her and the daughter. As I turned off to go back and mind my own business, he started to come up, but he didn't give me a chance to completely turn around. And I was like, hold on, who this is in this car? Let me go check. And I walked to the vehicle and I see that's my daddy. I was like, what y'all doing in here? What's going on? Call her, look here. She's like, what you see going on? What you see going on? I said, what you mean what I see going on? How long this been going on? Right? Oh, what you see going on? What's this going on? We only having lunch. So, like I said, I'm smiling the whole back to hurt. But at that time, I was frustrated. I was hot. The pressure, the blood coming out of my nose. I cursing, I using obscene language. And I was like, really now? I hot. And if I dream this was happening, I could mess one of y'all right up. So I left the environment. I left because everything was getting heated at the moment and people started to patrol by. And as I left, I sped off and they sped off and they ran to the police station. They put in reports of threats of death. I'm now arrested.
And that's how you got locked up?
Yes, I'm now arrested. And unfortunately, the law in this country has changed, whereas you can't get certain bails from the magistrate. You have to apply, they'll have to send you down to the Supreme Court to get bail. So automatically you're going to be remanded to jail for 2 weeks. But can you imagine getting arrested for something you know you did not do or something what is a whole misunderstanding or something that is only logical. This is like a emotional situation. It wasn't like I was guided or I was counseled or it was a police situation where they hear my side of the story and then hear their side of the story. All I know is that Kyle Green threatened to kill such and such a person. And now he is in jail for 2 weeks waiting to come back to Supreme Court. So now I'm in jail. And I'm thinking, wait, my baby mother, my daddy, out there loving themselves. Why was I in this jail? For nothing.
Hold that.
So the only thing...
Hold that. Hold your thought. We want to get some more of this, but we're going to take a break here. Mamra,
Hey.
Kyle Green, our guest on the program today. It's a good one.
I knew you'd like this, but
It's
wait
a
till
good
you
one.
hear his song.
We're going to hear him sing as well. But let's take this break here and we'll come right back.